Have you ever wondered why the sun rises in the morning and sets in the evening? This daily spectacle of nature, as predictable as it is beautiful, has an almost poetic parallel with the concept of destiny. Just as the sun will inevitably rise in the east and set in the west, so too are there certain aspects of our lives that are set, that we can't change but can only react to. Imagine, if you will, a tiny seed. This seed, when planted in the earth, has a predetermined path. It will push its roots down deep into the soil, and it sprouts up into the sky. It will grow, slowly but surely, into a tall and sturdy tree. But here's the thing. The seed doesn't know it's destined to become a tree. It doesn't know anything about the sun or the soil or the rain. It just knows that it has to grow. And so it does, every day, doing what it can with what it has. The seed doesn't have a say in whether it becomes a tree or a flower or a blade of grass. Its destiny is set, just like the sun's path across the sky. But that doesn't mean it can't make the most of its journey. It can't control the weather or the quality of the soil, but it can control how it grows, how it reacts to the conditions around it. This is much like our own lives. We can't change where we come from or what we're born with, but we can control how we react to our circumstances, how we grow and evolve. We can choose to wither in the face of adversity, or to stretch our branches towards the sky, to turn our faces towards the sun and soak up its warmth. And so, just like the seed that becomes a tree, we all have a destiny waiting for us. It's not something we can change, but it's something we can embrace, something we can make the most of. We can choose to grow and thrive no matter what life throws our way. Just like the seed that becomes a tree, we all have a destiny waiting for us. Have you ever tried to stop the rain from falling? It's a bit like trying to stop the sun from shining, isn't it? There's a certain beauty in the realization that there are simply some things beyond our control, and that's okay. It's part of life. Let's imagine a little boy named Sam. Sam had planned to play outside all day. He wanted to run around, kick his soccer ball, and feel the sun on his face. But when he woke up, he heard the tap, tap, tap of rain against his window. His heart sank. He felt like his whole day was ruined, but here's the thing. Sam couldn't control the weather. He couldn't stop the rain from falling, no matter how much he wanted to. And being upset about it wasn't going to change anything. It was only going to make him feel worse. So instead of being upset, Sam decided to make the best of the situation. He pulled out his favorite board games and set them up in the living room. He built an epic fort out of blankets and pillows. He even baked cookies with his mom, which filled the house with a sweet, comforting smell. Despite the rain, Sam ended up having a great day. And it wasn't because the weather changed or because his circumstances changed. It was because he changed. He accepted the rain, embraced it even. He found happiness in the situation, not because it was perfect, but because he made the best of it. Life, my friends, is a lot like this. There are going to be times when it rains, when things don't go as planned. But when we accept what we cannot change, when we embrace the rain instead of trying to stop it, we find a certain peace. We find joy in unexpected places. We learn that happiness isn't about having perfect circumstances. It's about making the best of the circumstances we have. Just like the child who found fun indoors on a rainy day, we can find happiness when we accept things as they are. Have you ever looked at your reflection in a pond? Imagine, if you will, a tiny kitten scampering about with boundless energy. This kitten is just like every other kitten, playful, curious, and entirely unaware that it is, in fact, a cat. One day, the kitten stumbles upon a quiet pond. It peers into the glassy surface of the water, curious about the ripples it creates with its tiny paw, and there in the pond it sees a reflection. Not just any reflection, but one that looks back with the same curious eyes. In that moment, the kitten realizes something profound. It is a cat. Now, you might think, well, of course it's a cat. What else could it be? But consider this. The kitten didn't know it was a cat until it saw its reflection. It had to take a good look at itself to understand who it was. And that, my friends, is the essence of self-discovery. Just as the kitten discovered its identity by looking at its reflection in the pond, we too can discover who we are by taking a good look at ourselves. We might not have a pond to gaze into, but we have our thoughts, our feelings, our dreams, and our experiences. They are the mirror in which we can see our true selves. Self-discovery is an ongoing journey. It's about peeling back the layers of who we think we are, to reveal who we truly are. It's about acknowledging our strengths and accepting our weaknesses. It's about understanding that we are a work in progress, constantly evolving and becoming better versions of ourselves. But remember, Just like the kitten, we need to be curious. We need to ask questions, explore new ideas, and challenge our beliefs. We need to be willing to step outside of our comfort zone and embrace the unknown. And most importantly, we need to be patient with ourselves, because self-discovery, just like the kitten's journey, takes time. Just like the kitten who discovered it was a cat, we can discover who we are when we take the time to look. Have you ever gone on a long journey? Imagine you're in a car with your family, setting off on a road trip. The destination is exciting, sure, but what about the journey itself? The winding roads, the shifting landscapes, the unexpected detours, and the pleasant surprises? Let's think about this road trip as a metaphor for our lives. Our journey may sometimes seem long and difficult, full of hills to climb and obstacles to navigate. We might find ourselves stuck in traffic or lost on a detour we didn't plan for. But isn't it also full of beautiful sights and new experiences? Picture a family on a road trip together. At the start, they might have been focused on getting to their destination as quickly as possible. But as they journeyed, they found joy in the unexpected. They marveled at the sight of a stunning sunset, laughed together as they sang along to their favorite songs, and discovered a charming little town they never would have found if they hadn't taken the wrong turn. Each member of the family learned something new about themselves on this trip. The parent, who always prided themselves on being organized, learned to let go and enjoy the spontaneous moments. The child, who was initially apprehensive about being away from home, discovered a love for exploring new places. The sibling, who usually preferred to be on their phone, found joy in simply observing the world pass by through the car window. This family embraced their journey with all its twists and turns. They didn't rush to the destination, but instead savored every moment of the journey. They discovered that the journey itself was just as wonderful, if not more so, than the destination they were aiming for. And isn't life just like that? Our life's journey, with its ups and downs, its detours and surprises, is something to be embraced. It's where we grow, learn, and discover who we are. It's where we collect stories and experiences that shape us. Just like the family who embraced their journey, we can find joy and learn from our own journeys in life. Do you remember the seed that became a tree, the child who found fun indoors, the kitten that discovered it was a cat, and the family who embraced their journey? Just like these stories, we've explored the beautiful concepts of destiny, acceptance, and self-discovery. We opened our minds to the idea of destiny, just like the seed that was destined to become a tree. We learned that destiny isn't a predetermined path, but rather the potential we carry within us. Whether it's a seed sprouting into a tree or a child growing into an adult, destiny is the unique journey that unfolds from our innate potential. Then we delved into acceptance, symbolized by the child who found fun indoors. Acceptance isn't about giving up or settling for less. It's about understanding what we cannot change and finding joy and opportunity within those boundaries. Just like the child who couldn't go outside but created a world of fun indoors, we too can find happiness in our circumstances when we practice acceptance. Next, we journeyed into the realm of self-discovery. Remember the kitten that discovered it was a cat? Self-discovery is an ongoing process, a journey of understanding our strengths, our passions, and our potential. It's about embracing who we are at our core and nurturing that identity, just like the kitten that grew into a confident cat. And finally, we discussed embracing our journey, exemplified by the family who embraced their unique path. Our journey is not just about the destination, but also about the growth, experiences, and lessons we encounter along the way. When we embrace our journey, we learn to appreciate each moment, each challenge, and each victory. So no matter where our journey takes us, remember that we each have a destiny. We can accept what we can't change, and we can always discover more about ourselves along the way. And in this journey of life, remember, we are not just passengers, but the pilots, navigating our path with destiny as our compass, acceptance as our anchor, and self-discovery as our guide.